Make your way into child's pose. Bring your knees a little bit wider, big toes touching, extend your arms in front of you, rest your forehead gently, close your eyes for a moment. With your eyes closed, allow yourself to find stillness, finding stillness in your physical body so we can observe the movements within. We can observe any sensations, any tension, any tightness. How do my hips feel this morning? My chest, my shoulders, my upper back. Noticing any tension. Maybe in your face, your jaw, your eyes, that space between your eyebrows. Noticing how is my breath this morning. Maybe noticing any tension there. Breathing in through your nose. Breathing out through your nose. Breathing in from your fingertips. Breathing out. Softening your shoulders, softening your face. Let's see it once again. Breathing in. That fresh oxygen from your fingertips all the way to your toes. Breathing out. Creating a slight constriction at the back of your throat. Recreating that sound of ocean. And if you are by the ocean, synchronizing your breath to the sounds around you. Couple more rounds like that. Deep inhales. And exhales. Walk your right hand on a diagonal to your right side. Your left hand follows your right. Place your left hand on top. Using your inhales to create length. Using your exhales to bring your left hip towards your left heel a little bit more. And then bring your left arm underneath your right armpit. So thread the needle pose. Bring your right hand onto your fingertips. Using your inhales to create length. And as you exhale, creating a little bit more rotation. Come back to center, change to the other side. Left hand on a diagonal, your right hand follows your left. Bring your right arm underneath your left armpit. Bring your left hand onto your fingertips. Inhale, extend your spine. As you exhale, opening your chest towards the sky. And then come back to center, extend your arms in front of you, spread your fingertips wide, lift up into your tabletop position, readjusting your knees slightly so your knees are hip distance. One round of cat and cow, inhale, lift and extend, head, neck follows the movement. As you exhale, around. On your inhale, find your long spine. Tuck your toes, let's do it a couple more times like that. Inhale, lift and extend. As you exhale around, this time bring your hips all the way back towards your heels. Opening the soles of your feet, the inner arches, and then going back into cat and cow. Bring your chest through your upper arms. Inhale. As you exhale around, bring your hips back towards your heels. One last time like that. Inhale, creating that fluidity. And as you exhale around, this time, we are reversing the movement, so stay in this rounded position. Bring your shoulders over your wrists, and then sink your belly towards the ground. Bring your hips back towards your heels. 2 more times like that. Inhale, and exhale. Last one, inhale, and exhale. On your inhale, come back into your tabletop position. Spreading your fingertips wide, setting up your foundation. Step your feet back into your plank pose. Activating your legs, lifting your quads, your kneecaps. Stay here on your inhale, bring your chest through your upper arms like we just did before. And as you exhale, start to shoulder protract. So spreading your shoulder blades, lift your hips into downward facing dog position. Let's do it once again. Inhale, bring your chest through your upper arms. Like upward facing dog, just with your toes tucked. And as you exhale, lift your hips downward facing dog position. Activating that center. Let's do it a couple more times. So warming up the shoulder joints. Inhale, bring your chest through your upper arms. As you exhale around, downward facing dog position. Take an inhale. Let it out. Pausing here for a moment, noticing how do my hamstrings feel this morning. You have a minute to explore the backs of the legs. Shaking out your head, your neck, you're noticing any tension there. And then walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. Ragdoll position. Catch your big toes with your two peace fingers. Inhale, halfway lifts. Exhale, pull your toes towards your elbows to the sides. Relax your head, relax your neck. Actively pulling the toes towards you. Noticing that slight stretch between your shoulder blades. Let go of your toes. Slowly, bone by bone, roll all the way up to standing mountain pose. Bring your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes for a moment. Allow yourself to feel what you feel. Allow yourself to feel your senses, whatever is touching the ground. Noticing this air touching your skin. Noticing this sunshine touching your face. Reconnecting to your breath. With every inhale, creating more length and extension. With every exhale, connecting to your roots, your foundation. Open your eyes. Reach your arms towards the sky. Big, big circle. Inhale. As you exhale, fold. Hinge your pelvis over your front thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk your hands into plank position. This time, stay in plank. Feet together, knees together. Side plank. Right hand down, left arm up. Vashisthasana. Come back into your plank pose. Change to the other side. Left hand down, right arm up. Side plank. Lower your right hand onto the ground. Plank position. Lower your knees onto the ground. Walk your hands a little bit more forward. Anahata Asana. Like we did in child's pose, just gives us a little bit more access to that upper part of the back, thoracic spine. Slide yourself onto your front into Sphinx position. Untuck your toes. Chest through your upper arms. As you exhale, around your upper back, so spreading those shoulder blades. Lift your knees off the ground. Pausing here for a moment. You're stabilizing that center. And then slowly lower all the way. Bring your chest through your upper arms. Inhale. As you exhale, around, lift your knees, lift your hips off the ground, holding your navel towards the spine. So activating that center. Last spine. Inhale. And exhale. On your inhale, come back into your Sphinx pose. Lift your elbows off the ground. So going a little bit deeper into that back bend. And then lower your forearms onto the ground. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips, forearm plank position. Walk your feet towards your elbows. Dolphin pose. Lift your elbows off the ground, both at the same time. Downward facing dog position. Take an inhale. Let it out. From downward facing dog, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, step or lightly float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair pose. Inhale, Utkatasana. Rise all the way up to standing mountain pose. Closing your eyes once again, reconnecting. Open your eyes, bend your knees, chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Twist to your right sides. Chair twist. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to your left side. Inhale, come back into chair, one breath. Exhale, fold. Separate your feet hip distance. Once again, catch your big toes with your two peace fingers. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pull your toes towards you, elbows to the sides. Relax your head, relax your neck. Let go of your toes, hands onto the ground. Step back, high plank position. Lower down, a low plank. This time, flip your toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog position. Walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. Heel to your feet a little bit wider. Malasana squat position. Elbows into your knees, knees into your elbows. Reaching up towards the sky with the crown of your head. Lower your hands onto the ground. Walk your hands back into your plank position, so your feet hip distance. Feet together, knees together, back into your side plank. Now we're adding a back bend. Bend your right knee, bring the ball of your right foot behind your left leg. Lift your hips, lift your chest. Come back into your side plank. Right knee to your chest. Step your right foot to the front of the mat if you practice on the mat. Otherwise, lunge position, inhale. As you exhale, hands to your heart center. Twist to your right side. Hook your left elbow on the outside of your right thigh. Look down, step your left foot to your right foot. We are back in chair position, chair twist. Inhale here. As you exhale, open your arms. So it gives us a little bit more access to that thoracic spine. Inhale, come back into chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Float back, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog position. Inhale, shift your weight into high plank, side plank. Right hand down, left arm up, bend your left knee, wild thing. Come back into your side plank, left knee to your chest, step your left foot into your crescent lunge position. Inhale, exhale, hands to your heart center, twist to your left side. Look down, shift your weight into your left foot, chair twist. Open your arms. Inhale, come back into chair. One breath, rise all the way up to standing mountain pose. Bend your knees, chair pose. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands onto the ground, Bakasana, crow pose. Spreading those shoulder blades, shoulder protraction like we did before, and then float back. Low plank, inhale, up dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog position. Take an inhale. Let it out. From downward facing dog, lift your right leg behind you, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, rotate your right hip open. Flip the dog into wild thing. Transitioning into full back bend. Come back into your side plank. Right knee to your chest. Step your right foot to the front. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, twist to your right side. This time, open your arms. We are adding a bind. Using your inhales to create length in your spine, and as you exhale, creating a little bit more rotation. Let go of your binds. Place your hands onto the ground. Straighten your front leg, wide-legged pyramid pose. Right hip back, left hip forward. Rebend your front knee. Step your left foot to your right foot. Feet together, knees together. Chair, inhale. Hands to your heart center. Twist to your right side. Chair twist. We are adding arm balance. Side crow. Parshva Bakasana. Come back into chair. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands onto the ground, float back, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog position. Lift your left leg behind you. Bend your knee, rotate your left hip open. Flip the dog into wild thing, transitioning into full back bend. Come back into your side plank. Left knee to your chest. Step your foot. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, twist to your left side. Open your arms. Bind. Let go of your binds. Frame your front foot. Straighten your front leg. Left hip back, right hip forward. Rebend your left knee. Step your right foot to your left foot. Feet together, knees together. Chair. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Twist. Place your hands onto the ground. Side crow, second side. Come back into chair. One breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands onto the ground. Float back into a low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog position. Take an inhale, let it out. Both at the same time, lower your forearms onto the ground into dolphin. Lift your elbows off the ground, downward facing dog. Let's do it once again. Lower your forearms into dolphin. Lift your elbows, downward facing dog. Lower your forearms into dolphin. Lean into chaturanga. Push back up, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do it once again. Dolphin. Low plank. High plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reversing our movement. Inhale, plank. Lower down, low plank. Push back, dolphin. Lift your elbows, downward facing dog. One last time. Inhale, plank. Low plank. Dolphin. Lift your elbows, downward facing dog. Take an inhale. Let it out. From downward facing dog, lift your right leg behind you. Three-legged dog. Bend your knee, rotate your right hip open. Pausing here for a moment. Option 1, you stay. We're adding a little bit of play. Option 2, removing one fingertip at a time, left hand. Option 4, reach towards your right ankle. Press your shin into your hand. Let go of your ankle. Flip the dog into wild thing. Once again, transitioning into full back bend around 2. Come back into your side plank. Right knee to your chest. Step your foot. Inhale, crescent lunge. As you exhale, hands to your heart center. On your next inhale, warrior 3, adding balance. As you exhale this time, left hand down, right arm up. So now we're adding that kind of twist. Replace your right hand on the ground. Standing split. Option 1, option 2, maybe playing with a handstand. So kicking up a couple of times. And then coming out, feet together, knees together, chair, inhale. Rise all the way up to standing, mountain pose. Bend your knees, chair, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands onto the ground, float back, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog position. Lift your left leg behind you, three-legged dog. Second side. Bend your knee, rotate your right hip, left hip in this case open. Playing, removing one fingertip at a time. Right hand maybe reaching towards your left ankle. Press your shin into your hand. Let go of your ankle. Flip the dog into wild thing. Fluid transition. Full back bend. Come back into your side plank. Left knee to your chest. Step your foot. Inhale, come up into crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to your heart center. On your next inhale, lean into warrior 3. Stabilizing that. Roll the right inner thigh towards the sky and then adding a twist. Right hand down, left arm up. Replace your left hand on the ground, standing split. Option 1, option 2, handstand. Feet together, knees together, come down into chair, inhale. Sit a little bit deeper, lift your heels off the ground. As you exhale, bring your hips all the way back towards your heels. Bring your knees onto the ground. Half camel pose. Bring your right hand towards your right ankle. Lift your hips, lift your chest. Exhale, bring your hips back towards your heels. Second side, left hand towards your ankle. Inhale. And exhale, both hands, camel pose. Lift your hips, lift your chest. And exhale, bring your hips back towards your heels. Place your hands onto the ground, lift your hips, lift your knees, downward facing dog position. Take an inhale, let it out. From here, we are adding a little bit of playtime. So come into your handstand or use a wall or just kick up a couple of times. Stabilizing that, and then we are adding that back bend to your handstand. So like we did in Sphinx, bring your chest through your upper arms. Sphinx position. Stabilizing that. Maybe transitioning into a full back bend. And we all meet in mountain pose. Closing your eyes for a moment. Reset. Open your eyes. Reach your arms towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, fold. We are adding a standing twist. So bind behind your left leg. Relax your head, relax your neck. Change to the other side, bind behind your right leg. Let go of your binds. Lower your knees onto the ground, come into a seated position. Closing your eyes for a moment, allow yourself to be still. Allow yourself to be the watcher, the observer of yourself, observing your physical body, observing any sensations, observing any sounds, reconnecting to your senses, reconnecting to the space. Very gently start to make your way back. Start deepening your breath. Noticing the sounds. Bring your hands to your heart center. Taking a moment to acknowledge your efforts today, your commitment to show up, to be playful, to be curious, to be open-minded, to see everything as an opportunity to grow, to evolve, to show up bigger. Take a deep inhale. Let it out. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.